Today I'm going to take the Klein multi-tool knife and replace the blade with a 3D printed part to turn it into a completely different tool. The Klein is basically a copy of the Milwaukee Fastback, which has a utility knife and a screwdriver bit. In the Klein, the screwdriver has a bit of an extension, but it's very similar to the Milwaukee. To remove the blade, we're going to remove 4 screws. 2 are for the main pivot. These are T10, and there's also 2 small screws that are going to be necessary to open it up enough to remove the blade. There's more screws, but if you just remove those 2, that's all you need. Now we pry it open a little bit, just enough to get that blade out, and also the pivot and 2 washers. So these are some brass washers that it has, one on each side, and then you have the pivot. That's the shape of the utility knife. It has some circles there, which is where the button lock locks. Taking some measurements so I can make the replacement part, doing some CAD. First I 3D printed a test piece, just a square, and attached it to the knife. It didn't close. I had to carve it a little bit to shape it, because there's some parts inside that you need to not interfere with. So this gave me all the information needed to make the final part, and we 3D print it. And here's the box printed. We will have to install it in the knife. The pivot has a cutout, so that has to go on a specific side of the knife as shown in the picture. So we're gonna put a washer, then the box, then the other washer. Now we need to fit it, and we will have to align the pivot with the cutout, so that it will require a little bit of skill in aligning that pivot. When it aligns, it will click. I first put one of the screws and then wiggle it around a lot until it clicks. I'm sure if you practice you can get that done very quickly. Took me a while. Eventually we click. Success! Now we can put it back together. Put the screw back. Here it is. The button will lock it. Let you open it, and then it has an intermediate position there at 45 degrees. It's finished. Now what do we do with this tool? Here are some ideas. You can put some bandages, some kind of first aid stuff, or little tools. A very small Swiss Army knife, screwdriver bit 4mm. Put a magnet, fridge magnet, to hold like little screws and little bits. Another is some other alternates, some wire. Here's one of my favorites, office supplies. Basically, I have really tiny post-it notes that I cut with scissors, and then a pencil that I made flatter by cutting the sides so it fits, a paper clip, and an eraser. So it's an office in your pocket, home office in your pocket. Here I'm gonna load some bandages into the storage knife thingy, and it's closed now. There you have it, a super tool. Thank you for watching.